Good morning. I'm just watching some small caps AVCT here. Just gonna take a look at the news if there is any. It's failing anyways. I'm not gonna take that. I was only gonna take it if it was gonna break 240s for the break over 250. So AVCT market cap 43 mil and a float of 25 mil. So decent. But no news. 6 a.m. how to find a penny stock. Some type of article came out. I'm sure it highlighted AVCT, so nothing real, but the market cap and float ratio is pretty good. Plus, it was a gapper yesterday. Let's take a look at the daily chart. It is bull flagging here, but it's running right into the 230, 224 resistance. Makes absolute sense of why it's not having a hard time breaking. If it breaks, then we're headed up to 3. No more resistance at 3. If we break over 320s, we're clear skies until about 4. So we'll keep that in mind. So we'll see. There's 235. There's less than 1 million shares traded too, so it's not very liquid. Checking eye lag. That's disgusting. Just sold off. We might get a dead cat bounce today, but I wouldn't bet on that. RMED. So let's just check. So 3.1 mil, just under the whole dollar of 8. Chart looks choppy as all hell. But consistent growth. So that's good. I wonder what is the ruckus. So it's only up 10%. And AVCT is only up, sorry, RMED is up 45%. AVCT is only up 4%. But RMED is RA Medical Systems. Market cap is almost 6 mil. Float is 1 mil. So this thing can really run. So no wonder it's up 45%. 45%, but up to $2.5. That's pretty good. Hard to borrow, so that's better for the shorts. Only people who like really mean business for shorting can get in. So it looks like the SPY is just selling off here. Ideally, I would have thought that we saw like a push up post market, like after market hours, right? To 370. I was thinking we were going to gap down or just fade off to 368s and then we can rally through so we can catch the break over 370s and go long. That's what I have on my piece of paper here. But it gapped up all the way to 373 is my next target level anyways, and then started to sell off. So now the new game plan was, if this comes back up to 373 and then sells off again, just like here, if the market opened, we can catch a bounce play for the break of 373 into the next level, but it just keeps breaking now. So I'm a little concerned that we are getting all the grinding action in now, pre-market, and then we're going to see a flush at the open and an adjustment or retracement correction. So keep an eye out for that. Here's the 5-minute. Ideally, if we break down below 373s at market open, what a new thing we can, I'm just thinking out loud here, we can see a short if we break below 373s back into this area, maybe a retest of the 370 area. I watched this candle, this like dark pool candle come in, and it was all types of wonky, just instantaneous, boom, boom, retest at 370. So I think we can get there, or at least to like 372s, right? So unless it just keeps breaking to the upside, because I mean we still have an hour to go. But what if it's already at 375 or right up here? I don't know if I want to take this extension, right? So better to like see a significant level break like 373, 65, and then short that down to 370s. Hmm. So RMED is kind of choppy. I don't really know where to take it. I guess you could take it over 810 and then see if it breaks 830s. You know? It's already extended on the one. I don't really want to take that as kind of a garbage play. Over 812, maybe? High as 811. I'd only really take it if it's like near 832s. RMED. And then ILAG was the other one. What was the other one? AVCT. God, that's ugly. An ATXI, but it has to go REMD. Right? RMED. Oh, come on. So the SPY's still breaking out. So Can't trade no options yet. Okay. Okay, so we're coming into the open here. 5 minutes or 4 minutes till the open. And ideally, I could see a head and shoulders pattern here. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Ideally, it's breaking right now, but this would be a perfect setup into the open for the break over 374.70s up to 375s. And then add for the break of 375.30s for a new high. However, if we open up around here and we sell off down past 373.65, I'll take a short into this area, this consolidation area here, until it finds and establishes a support, unless it bounces, right? But I am looking for a break. So maybe we see a quick sell off and then a bounce off 373s and then a rise and break through 374.70s and then add through 375.30s for a new high. Boom, boom, boom. So we shall see. 3 minutes to the open. I'll be back at the open. Okay, 30 seconds to the bell here. So we are looking extremely bullish, and I wanted to take 375 for the long for the break over 375.30s. So we'll just watch to see if we can break that. I think we'll break it and see a break through the upside here. Okay, here we go. And we are on for the day. I'm going to start with 10 contracts going long if it breaks 430, 375, 50 or 40s. Let's just watch it base out here. Now, if it breaks 374.66, So it looks like it's going to go green. It's holding 375. I'm going to take a starter here. 10 contracts in at 144. First out's going to be 55. My out would be 374.66. So it looks like it's holding. Wow, that was a strong push. Holy jeez. So there it is. See if we can make new highs on the day over 34, up to 50, up into this new area here. There we go. Can we hit 376? I'm looking for 20 cents, just under 20 cents. So first out's going to be 55, maybe 65 second out. So there we go. That's a big sell-off. So so we're getting close. Holding but not breaking. I wouldn't say it's holding either. It's just kind of looks like I'm going to get stopped out here. I think it just needs to establish a day's range. Yeah. So just watching for either a bounce or a full-on breakthrough. There we go. I'm out. So took an $80 loss. I hate when this happens. So we'll watch. If it can't break above, then we'll take the short right off of 373. Or if it rejects this 374.60s area, then we can take the short off of that. But so far, this is looking. I'm going to get back in here for the long 191s. This candle's just making new high over this body. I think we can see a push back up here. 10 contracts, looking for 20 cents. So holding 191s. Come on. Push up more. Come on. Mm. Looking tough here. Yep. I'm out of that one too. Another $80 loss. So, that's fine. Down 400 bucks. Doesn't want to work out yet. Then we'll take the put. This is just a lot of trades. Opening range trades. I don't think I should be trading this much. I took a short here off this level just because I don't think it's bouncing too much. Now, obviously, if it breaks higher, then I get out and I'll just reestablish because I'm getting chopped around here. So, average is 160. So let's see if we break down here and head to 373.65s. Looks like it's holding this 40-80 EMA. Looking for 175s for first out. Come on. Just watching. Watching for a failed break here. How do you start the morning on the SPY without you know, chopping out longs and shorts? That's okay. We start with minor paper cuts, and then when we find a direction, we cut it with size. One minute, 30 seconds on this candle. It is struggling to stay above 374.60s. Got about 4,000 invested on my $10,000 account here. So I do have room to add if it confirms breaks this. So I'm going to add there 25 contracts totaling 50 contracts. What did I add at 63s? Dang, it looked like it was going to bear flag and break below. Kind of like that. So average is 62. So looking for 72, 62. So there's 73s. Gonna take half off there. 73s. Now I'm looking for 83s. Let's see, can we get a bounce to 373s? There it is, 370. Kind of stuck around this area. Selling another half here. just holding 13 contracts. So we'll see if we get another bounce here, another drop, or retest of 373.65s. Doesn't look like it. Might get a little bounce. All right, we'll watch. There's 69. There's 70. Can we see 75s? I could see this bouncing. Or there's 70. It is just around this area. There we go, 71s. No 75s? Okay, I'm going to take it off. It's just not breaking. Not breaking lower, that is. Not yet. So, made back that our losses here. Would have been better off if I just set a profit target with the 50 contracts instead of try to scale out. I always do that. You know, I always get people to scale out of your position. You know what? To be honest with you, 8 out of 10 times, 80% of the time, I get off half at 10 cents and then the second half at like 5 cents. It's rare that I get it off further. You'd just be better off taking your base hit. So let's look for a pattern we can follow here. So we're going to watch to see if the SPY fails here and breaks lower than the 365 level. So I'm going to get started here with a 25 contracts short or put position. I'm going to add for the break of 373.65s. So I'm adding here 50 contracts, 173 average. So looking for 83 to take the first half off. There's 80. Let's see, 78, 79. There's 80. So the 48 EMA on the 5-minute is right here. So it's best to take. I'm going to take half off here at 81s. If this doesn't break right away, I'm going to take the other half off. No. Didn't break though. 82s. getting out here. So 50 contracts from that's another 370, 325 bucks. So that was solid. So this was my plan. We short into the breakdown of 373.65 and see if it holds, right? On the 5 minute, that is bouncing off the 50 EMA. Off the 15, it's just breaking through the 13 EMA. So we can have support around 372.66, another dollar. Let's put that in. See how it's just retesting here. So there's the retest. And see if it holds above. So when we see big sell-offs, we can see big V-shaped recoveries here. So that was a direct bounce off the 45 EMA. Or sorry, the 50 EMA on the 5 minute. Missed my ad there. So let's see if we can get a bounce so I can add back another 25 contracts here. Just watch it base out here. I don't want to jump into anything crazy, but there. Wow. So let's see how bullish this thing is. So now it's running into resistance from the EMAs. So volume is dying, but it's still pushing higher. So I don't know where I want to take my starter here. I'm going to take it right there at 370 or 170, sorry. Just because it's at the top of this candle, it's kind of running out of room here in front of the EMAs. I'll add for the breakdown of 373.65 again. My out probably 374.50s. So look at the 5. That's a beautiful top bottoming tail into a new high over 374.20s. So right around this level. You know, this 5-minute candle should close in the next 50 seconds or 45 seconds. If it closes below 374.20s, it could look good for a bounce play for the next 5 minutes. So let's watch this. 40 seconds on this candle, or sorry, 20 seconds on this candle. So just watching here, 4 seconds. So I'm looking at the 5 here. It has the 13 EMA above this candle, but it looks really good for the break above. Yeah, there's the break. So let's just watch what happens here. Don't be too quick to jump out of the position. So here would be a good ad spot, but I'm not going to. I want confirmation of a breakdown first, but it is struggling here at the EMAs. If it breaks above the EMAs, then 374.66 still stands for a long. So that's why I don't want to add up here, because I'm not married to this position. I think if we break up, we can still break highs on the day. We're very, very bullish. And we did have a correct sell-off, so this could be our perfect bounce play, V-shaped recovery straight to the moon. I want to do about 2 to 1, so I want to risk about $250 to make about 500. So let's just watch. So it is failing here. It is looking good for an ad, but I want it to be lower than here because my average is 70. So let's just see here. So let's watch. I'm gonna add here. So add it at 78. Average is 74s. So 84, 85 will be my first out, then 90s. So there's 83s. See if it bounces here. It's 82. We see there's 83. It's having some time. It's having a struggle here. I'm out of that. Didn't like that big bounce. So it might just be holding this 373 area. So another $200, but I'll add back if it breaks lower. But I'm just trying to be protective here. So if I see one minor bounce that I don't like, I'll get out and I'll get back in. So let's just see here. Gonna take a starter there. 25 contracts. If we break the lows, I'll add. So let's watch the push. Adding there. Average is 86, 87s. So let's watch 97s if we can. Watching for 372, 66s. There's 95. I'm going to sell the whole position at 97s. Just quick base hit, 10 cents. There's 95. There's 90. It's 96 for a millisecond. There's 95s, 6, 7s, 8s. Come on, get me out, get me out, get me out. There's 99s. There we go. $525. Boom, we hit our target. 372 50s. So, and 1100 on the day. That's with a $10,000 account. Just made 10%. And now we can look for a bounce because it's super sold off, extended. But I mean, if we break through this area, right? This is where we started to gap up this morning. Like this was after hours, or no, sorry, my apologies. This was after hours. This was the gap up. So we're just hitting off of this support area of where we gapped up, sold off pretty hard, and then pushed back up again, had resistance, pulled back, and then we finally broke through. So I can see that we can bounce here. So 1100 on the day, paper cuts, down $80, down $80, down 250. That's okay. Just stay calm. Trade what's in front of you, right? So far, I don't really want to switch going from long to short so often because the more you do that, the riskier it gets to just to play both sides. Like you focus on one side, play really good side. Like when you're playing hockey, you don't want to be center, left wing, right wing, and defense. That's what your teammates are for. Just stick to what you know best and what you practice best. For me, that was left wing. So I'm not going to play defense, or you understand. My point is, if there's a trend, clearly it's coming down. We can stick to that trend rather than try and play both sides and get screwed up here. So this is a big bounce to retest the 50 EMA on the 5. So it does look good for another trade at the 370, 365 area if we do get a bounce up there. So let's watch. Yeah, I think we can see a bounce, so I wouldn't be surprised if we broke over the 370, 365 area just for a quick minute, but we are right at the 50 EMA, so I can see if we make new lows here, you can add back. But then if we catch a bounce, you have to be careful. You have to get out really quick. I want to keep my stops really tight today. So far, I've been doing that, even though I took 3 or 4 losses to start. How many losses did I start with? 1, 2, 3. 3 losses in a row. So we're at the 50, right at the 58 to 5. I want to push up, see if we can hit 373 60s again. So it's the volume's even dying to push higher. We're right at that EMA at 5. So okay, I'm taking a starter here, 25, and I'll add at 373 65s unless it breaks right through. But I just want to be prepared if it drops here. I'll also add for the breakdown lower of this 372.95 area, 373 really. So we might see consolidation period here or a fresh break right down past 372 60s. So I don't want it to shake me out here if it drops. Adding. Average is 182. 92 is my target. We're already really close to that. There's 87s, 88, 90s. Can we see 91, 92? It's holding this area. Let's see if we get a retest of the 72 40s area, 45 50s. There's 90, 91. There's 93, 4. Get me out, baby. There's another 5 hundo. Right before the support line too. That was a good trade, just in case it bounces. So there we go. So that's probably it for my trades for now. Clearly, it's in a downtrend. We have seen, false break to the upside, and then a pullback, test of the 13 EMA, rejection, and then a little bounce here, and then a retest this area. But it's bounced twice, so let's just wait for a better 5-minute setup because it is sold off, heavily sold off on the 5 and the 15. So let's just take another couple of minutes here and watch what the stock does. No need to rush in. We already hit the daily goal. I'm going to shut it down pretty quick here anyways. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so let's take a look at if the SPY is going to hold here or reject. So we're retesting on the 5 again. The 13 EMA and VWAP, we had two big pushes up, so we got out right at the right time. We are rejecting off of the 45 and the VWAP on the 2 minute and the 5. So I might take a starter if it makes new lows here, and then see if we make new lows on the day. But be careful, because if we break through the VWAP at 374s, 15s, that's got to be an out, because now we're making new highs over the pivot level, and we can see new highs on the day. This could also just be a regular 5-minute pullback before a bull flag through the VWAP. So it is riskier. Let's just watch. It is holding the support at 373, 73s again. So there's the curl. Gonna take a starter here. 25 contracts at 174. If it breaks these highs at 374s, I'm out. But we'll see if this continues to sell off. So again, risking 10 cents, 250 bucks, looking to add and make 500. So let's see if we break up or down, but below the 50 period on the 5-minute, which is 373.28. This looks like it's holding this area, which is good to see. We can flip long, or we can hold it and see if we reject here. So this looks like our first 5-minute bounce and a rejection curl if we fail here. But doesn't look that way, eh? Watching in this area. Does it break back below, or does it bounce? It's holding. So something to keep in mind. So still just watching. But 1 minute left on this 5-minute candle. It's looking good for a bull flag over. See if it makes new highs. It was a push up. I'm out. So I lost 350 on that one. So it's bullish now. So it's good to see. It is extended on the 5, so let's watch. It should get over this 374.30s level. Again, I say we can go long over 374.66 and then add 375.30s. So we're just above VWAP. This would be a good place to get a starter in. So long 10 contracts, looking to add another 15. I would add 15 if we break 374.66. If we break back below 373.65, I'm out. So it's a good middle position, just broke through VWAP, can show strength coming into the resistance of 374.66. If we break above that, then I'll add. And then the next push is 375.45, like high of day, or 375.30s, which is like the main watch level. I'll add over that to 50 contracts, and then I'll watch for a rip higher. Hope we can get another maybe 20-cent move if it's super bullish. So I'm in at 189. So I'm going to add at 374.66s. It's really extended on the 5 too. This is its fourth red green candle. So totally makes sense for this to sell off. So we're still watching. We're going to see a V-shaped recovery here. Struggling to push up, but it's not breaking down. So that's a good sign. Let's see if it wants to bounce off 373.65s. So just kind of trekking through these moving averages here. Just watching. Looking to add over 374.66. So let's watch if this 373.65 area holds. So let's watch this pullback. It's a nice little 5-minute pullback holding the VWAP. We got 30 seconds left on this candle. Don't go green. Oh. 15 seconds. So 1 second left. Touch that line beautifully right at the 5-minute. So now we can see if this green candle pushes above. Then I can add. Okay, well, might not be ready. Nope, not ready. That's another 140 on that. So right back down to 1100, right? I don't really want to go under 1,000. So I only got about $100 or 10 cents with 10 contracts of room. You might bounce here, bounce off the 50 period there. I don't want to hold it for longer. So we'll watch. So we'll watch if it breaks below. Kind of like this contract. I missed that drop. I'll take a starter here for the short. Now I'll add for the breakdown of 372.66. My average is 78 with 25 contracts in hand. I'll add for the break of 373s. I know I got in at the lows, but just because it dropped like that, I wanted to get in. And then we can wait for the retest of this line, and then I can add more. Let's just see if it holds the 50 period. It might just be a serious dip and a bought back up. But we did reject the 13 and the VWAP on the 5. And we're currently at the 50 period, so we'll see. Here's the retest. I'm going to look to add. It's a bit of a risky play. So watching to add around this area just for a quick scalp lower. So I'm going to add here. Add it at 73s. Average is 76. So first out's going to be 86, 87s. If we see that, out would be probably above 373, 65s. So price target's in 86. There's 76. It's holding here for now. 15 seconds on this candle. It's holding the 50 period on the 5. That's what this area is. Okay, so there's 79s. Can we see 80s? It's 81. So my out is 86. Just got to break these lows here. I'm in with just about $9,000. So I don't really have much room to add, but it's not, see how it's not breaking? I'm going to get out of this. Just watch here. I tried to punch it, but didn't work out. So let's just see if it makes new lows here. There's 80. Put my target back up. 86. There's 83s. It's struggling. It just keeps bouncing in this area. I don't know if we're ready. Yeah, see how it's bouncing like that? There's 81. Can we see a drop? Third time's a charm. It's 82s. Get to see my girlfriend today. Remember that. So it's not really, I kind of want to hold it. If it makes new highs there, I'll get out. I wanted to hold it just in case it popped up and then dropped. But it is establishing a support around this area. Got to give it that. So I want to see 83's break. 83 was the high. There's 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. Let's see, 5 and 6. There's 5. There's 8. Let's get out. Why can't I get out? There we go. Okay, 525 again. So we're back at 16 hundos. And then I'll take another ad if we break 372.65s. The reason why I got out there is I was just protecting my profits. I didn't want to see it bounce again like we saw last time. But if we break below it, I'll take another small position just for a quick scalp. So I'm going to take a starter there at 86. I'm going to get out at 96. I'll try and scale out of this one. So set half at 96, the rest at probably 206. So there's 91s. Can we see new lows? New low on the day would be 372.45. There's 50s, 48s. Boom, new lows. So there's 96, 97s. I was wondering why I couldn't get out there. Because it just tapped it and it didn't break. There's 94s. Can we see 96? There's 7s, so that should be my first out. It's not. Come on, hold just a little bit longer. There's 95. No, I'm out. Still holding at 86. Didn't break. So holding 12 contracts. Looking to see There's 92s. 3. Watching for 96 to break, and then maybe 2s I'll get out. There's 95 7s. We see 98s. It's really struggling here. I'm just gonna. Hey, what the? I'm getting out of there. 94s. $160. It's always tricky, like right when you're below that line, because it wants to test, but it wants to stay down. Like, see, you can always add back, but I don't know. That's just getting risky. I'm not gonna do that. So, there it is again. We've been streaming for 2 hours already. There it is. There's that drop that I was looking for. So now we're in this area of where in the pre-market. So I think we can find or establish support around this bounce area, right? Because we just broke this pivot here, and now we can look for a bounce play around this area. If that breaks, we can go short around 370s. But this was on my sticky notes. I should have just held it, but it is really sold off. So it's okay. So we broke through that 372.66 area. I can imagine us seeing a bounce above it, retesting the EMAs, and then a drop back below. But I mean, I don't want to call top or the bottom or anything like that. Last target price would be, just over 2K. So it's really extended here, so I'm not going to add at the 13 EMA. I want to zoom out. I've taken too many losses that way, sizing in way too quickly on a very short time frame. You got to realize that we are at the bottom of this reversal, right? So it could bounce all the way 373.28s, which is really up to there. So let's just watch what we're doing here. I'm gonna sit back down. Feet are getting sore. Oh. Oh. So I'm assuming we can get to 371.50s, but it's a little too late for me to get back in. That's a little too sold off in the 2-minute, sold off in the 5-minute. We can see where it catches a bounce. Let's zoom out and go to the 2-minute in the pre-market. So this area here. Okay, let's just watch for a bounce trade. But in the meantime, I'm going to look to catch a potential bounce area. I think I already missed it here. Um, but maybe just 10 contracts. I'm going to sneeze. My apologies. Excuse me. Hoo-wee. Um, so it's so extended, sold off on the 2 minute. It could always sell off again, right? So I'm just looking to see if we can catch a bounce play for another 20 cents here. So I want to get a little bit of a lower entry, see if it sells off before this candle closes. Don't be surprised if this sells off below 371.50 area for a quick minute at least. But it is starting, so I'm going to take or try to. Can't get filled. So let's watch what it does here. There we go. So I got in 10 contracts at 48. I'm going to look for 50 or 60s. I'm going to look for, 70s, 20 cents. But we'll watch. If it breaks this level, I'm going to get out. There's just a quick little bounce play. You're very extended. That's why my reasoning. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a put. That makes sense of why I'm losing money right now. What an idiot. That's an absolute lol. Okay, so let's just see what this does here. Cut it at 48. I was expecting the bounce. It's like, why am I losing money going up? It's at 39. I'm down 11 cents already. That is funny. So looking to size in on this then. If you break this green candle, I'll add. Or honestly, just try and get out of this. Okay, so let's just see if it makes new lows. Depending on how big the bounce is. I'm going to add here. So added at 42s. I'm holding 20 contracts at 45. Looking for a break over 55. Just to retest over this level. So there's 48s. There's 53, 54s. Selling half here at 55, 53s. There's 60. Wow. I got it 67s. That's solid. 2100. Here you go. So there's my 2000 on the day. with a $10,000 account. So that's 20%. 20% today on the account. I'm happy with that, and it's only 10:30, so that's awesome. I'm gonna go get a bite to eat, refill my coffee, and come back. But here, where's my Okay, so I'm happy with my profits today. I'm gonna eat some food. I think I'm gonna shut the stream down early. We've already been streaming for just under 2.5 hours. Normally I stream for about 4, but most of the action has been good. We got one breakdown, one bounce play, and then another breakdown. So um, I lost money on 3 calls and a long, so 4 longs, and I made money on the put side. So that's the day. It's a bear day. Well, actually, we're still up 1.3% on the day, but I'm done. I made my profits. I'm gonna walk. So I'm gonna do a recap for you guys, and then um, post that to YouTube. Then I'll be done for the day. But this is the end of the stream. Tune in tomorrow to check out day 2 of the $10,000 account. Let's see how fast we can grow to 25. All right, over and out.